channel. Today we went into the purple mermaid realm. I am demoing some pigments from 100 Karat Cosmetics. We are having a sale, so make sure to check the description box below. This look is perfect if you are a purple lover, if you like mermaid vibe, if you're going out and the light's gonna hit, or if you just want to be bold and glamorous. So if you want to learn how to recreate this look right here, make sure to keep on watching. Also, don't forget to click the link to find out what my final thoughts are on this foundation. No Filter ColourPop foundation for dry sensitive skin. Let's get started. Alright guys, I already prepped and primed my eye. We're gonna go in with a combo of eyeshadows and pigments. For a lot of people, it may seem intimidating to work with pigments. You just need to find the right base, and right now I'm really liking the Jcat's All About That Base Glitter Shadow Primer. I thought that if I use this with pigments it was going to just completely crack off, and I am surprised it's actually working really well. If you see this, definitely pick it up. I'm going to be going in with Violetville just to set that lighter base as a background color. Alright, so once I set my background color, I'm going to go in with a medium darker purple. I'm going to go in with 100 Karat Cosmetic pigment. The first one I'm going to go in with is Orchid. I would also say if you're working with loose pigments and you don't have shadow shield, do your eyes first and then make sure that you clean all the base so that nothing is going to fall out. I was going to do my foundation first because I'm doing the ColourPop foundation review, but I was like, yep. It's such a pretty, rich purple shade. If you love purples, which I do, this is the shade to have. I want to set it down first and then work it into the crease. I don't want to grab a whole lot of pigment with my brush. I want to grab very little and work my way to the intensity that I want. Also, when working with pigments, you want to make sure that you are working off of the cap, not off of the actual container. With the cap, I have control of how much my brush picks up. I have very little. I make sure it's in the center and then I place. I don't just dip in and like go crazy. I know it may seem obvious, so I see people just grab a whole bunch and then tap it off. Tapping off is fine, but if you can have control and avoid the mess, I say let's avoid it. Next, I'm going to go in with Iris pigment. This is a beautiful like periwinkle. So with that one, again, I want to grab very little and work my way the intensity that I want. It's going to just soften whatever you did. Even though I'm working with loose pigments, I have very little fallout because I'm not going in heavy and placing. I'm going and building. This does take a little bit longer, but it's going to give you a more controlled, nicer, cleaner environment at the end. The next step is optional. It's gonna seem repetitive. I'm going to go and cut the crease and then go on top of it with the base. But because I'm dealing with loose pigment, I need to make sure that they are completely like stuck on there and they're not gonna go anywhere. So this just kind of gives me that security. I want to cut it just about halfway. I don't want to do the whole eye because it's going to be a little bit harder to fade if I do all of it. I'm gonna leave it wet and I'm gonna go ahead and pack on the pigment. This is Lilac Sand. It's like a red, purple, blue. It's such a pretty color. It looks red on in the pigment. It actually turns out like a purple tone. So once I have it secure, I'm gonna go in with that base and just make sure that everything is nice and put. With the base, I will say don't bring the base all the way over here because it's gonna be almost impossible to blend. Put the base at the beginning of the eye where you need most of the pigment stuck, and then at the end, just don't touch it because it's going to be crazy to blend out. Also, with this base, very little, tap it on there, make it just tacky in the area you want it. Don't overdo it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start in the beginning of the eye because that's where I want most of the pigment to be stuck. The edge, I'm bringing it to about halfway, tapping it, and that's about it because the rest of it I do want to be able to blend it out. With the same flat brush, I'm going to start packing one more time. Now I feel like my pigment is set, foiled, and it's not gonna go anywhere. Especially if you have hooded lids, so I don't have them like crazy hooded. But if I don't set my pigments or my eyeshadows or whatever I'm doing, I will kind of get that overlap, and I'll start rubbing it off. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Violetta and just grab any darker purple so that we can fade out the edge. I want to get a short fluffy brush and start working it in the outer corner, just taking my time to make sure that that is blended. And you don't want to go too crazy because you don't want to take off what you already did. You just want to make sure that there's no harsh edge right there. Does anybody else feel like irritation when you put this on? Am I the only weirdo? I don't feel that when I use the Urban Decay one. I like this one because it was like a gray blue, and that's kind of the vibes that I'm going for right now. So these two look exactly the same, but they're going to give off different effects. Selfie is more of a subtle highlight, and this one, Space Pearl, is going to give me that purple kind of reflect. So I'm going from just subtle to BAM! Alright, we're going to go back and finish the eyes. I'm going to go in with Violetville. I'm going to go ahead and darken up with Violetta. So if I wanted this look to be more neutral, I would go in with a maroon tone. If I wanted it to pop, I would choose a light purple. But I'm going to go in and make it smoky with this dark blue. Alright guys, that is the finished look. Make sure to tune in to what the final result of this no filter foundation review is going to be. I'll leave a link in the description box. I will be trying to incorporate as many bright colors before the summer is over. So if you would like to see a specific one, make sure to let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications so that you can get notified every time that I upload a video. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my social media, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. And like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.